Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Cornerstone SMP. Today we're in the shopping district. I don't think we've actually been here for a while. So before we actually get to the main project for which we're here, let's check on the shops. I do check on them every now and again, just don't always put it in the videos, you know. Honestly, I'm not that hopeful. I've not been making a lot of sales lately, but something that might give me a little hope. We did add a couple of new guys to the server. They've just started playing recently, so we might have some, new potential customers there. So the achievement shop, probably not anything, I'm guessing. Yeah, no sales there. But let's look at Rando. There's nothing in the payment chest, but we do often have, people putting the diamonds in the actual chest where they get the items from, which is also fine. Just means I have to look through all of them as well. Oh, let's go! Someone bought Stall. That I can understand, that's the best song in the game. And let's see for the bones. Nothing there. Oh, 4 blocks. Awesome. Well, 2 diamonds is better than no diamonds, right? Okay, but let's now actually get to the main project, the big new thing. And this is actually something pretty special, like something unique. Not just another, terracotta shop or whatever. Something you've seen many times before. This is, well, it's a record shop, you could say. It's also a goat horn shop. There you can see it's just next to the big crazy skeleton dragon head. We've already built it. So this is a project by Chuckles and I. Obviously, as you can tell, centered around music discs, but it's about customization as well, because we have a new mod on the server where you can add custom sounds and like songs or whatever you want to music discs, and also goat horns. So we're going to be selling normal music discs here for that people then can use to add their custom sounds to, but we're also selling a few music discs that already have custom sounds and also goat horns. And Chuckles and I built the building together this morning, which was really fun. But there are a few more things that it still needs that I will be adding now, and that is mainly just decoration. Using armor stands. I'm excited for that. I don't get to do a lot of armor stand stuff that's kind of more in collab with other people. I usually just do it at my own base, so this will be fun. Let me just show you one of the custom sounds real quick. So we have these 2 barrels here, one for just normal music discs, the vanilla ones, and then custom discs with a bunch of different sounds. Let's go with, let's say, sure, Geist. Let's go with that one. We have a little jukebox over here. We can play it. There's the Gust. Yeah, so this veranda, that's what that's for, to have customers be able to just kind of try out the custom sounds here in the jukebox while having a nice view. So yeah, that's that. And then there on the right is all the goat horns, a lot of them. As for the building itself, I really wanted to use mud bricks because, they're new in the game. I've never used them before, and I really like the look. The only thing is I wish there was more of a variation to that block family, like you have, for example, with blackstone or sandstone. But, that's always a wish, of course. Back down here we have a little basement with just storage. And that's also where this stack of screaming goats heads is that I'm gonna use now for our interior decoration. We'll finally get to that. So we have, of course, these big windows here, show windows, and they're supposed to entice the customer, right? When you have a shop with a big window, there's gonna be something exciting in it that's supposed to entice people walking by outside. So we're gonna have a really jolly looking little band of screaming goat people playing instruments. That's the idea. There you can see the goat head. It's very funny looking. And this first guy that we're making is going to play the trumpet, which I think will look perfect with that mouth. He gets to wear a little suit so that he looks appealing. Appealing? That's a weird thing to say about a goat man, but like he looks proper and tidy and like a person you can trust. I don't know. Let's just go with appealing. I am having a hard time explaining this. He's supposed to make the store look attractive to a customer. Rotate him a little bit so that he faces outside, and we'll get rid of the base plate. I'm going to lock him as he is standing there for now, even though this won't be his final pose. But I want to position the trumpet first, so that we can then later move his arms so that they look like they're actually holding the trumpet. Now, how am I going to make a trumpet? Very important here is the spyglass, which looks like the hilt. Can you say that? I don't know trumpet terms. The staff part of the trumpet. I think that's a good position. Looks really funny actually. I'm also going to be moving his head a little bit, tilting it back a bit. That's going to look a bit better then. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, lock it of course. And now we can adjust the pose of the goat man. He's now holding on to the trumpet, or the trumpet hilt, what we have so far. I also gave his legs a little movement, and yeah, looks pretty cool already from the outside as well. Time jump. I do always kind of wonder about how much of making armor stands I should show, because it's such a fun thing to do, but it is also like really long and tedious to watch. So I try to show a little bit of the progress and do a little bit of a step-by-step thing. What happens first? What happens next with making armor statues? So, but it would be impossible to show all of it in a video. But yeah, we have two guys, two goat men, and their little band. One of them is playing the trumpet, and the other one's playing the drums. Just one drum and one. I'm not even gonna try to guess what that's called in English. But yeah, they look happy and jolly, I think. And if you're walking past the building, that does, I think, draw the eye and attention. The trumpet is made, of course, of the spyglass, and then a gold block and golden pressure plate. We also now have this guy here on the wall. This is supposed to be a guitar. You can let me know in the comments whether you think it looks like a guitar or not. But that's hanging there, and then we have these two smaller trumpets, and I made these using bells instead of, like, they look a little bit different than the one that our goat guy is playing, but I think they look pretty cool as a wall decoration, especially next to the horn section there. So Chuckles had the basic idea for the shop, and he asked me to help out and collab with him on this, because even though I tore down my music disc farm a while ago, I still have a pretty good, like, big stock of music discs in storage. So what's left to do now is take down this section of rando. I'm gonna have to figure out what else to put over here, and then bring all the bundle deals and the music discs over to the new shop. I just added a little extra chest here on top of the barrels for the bundle deals. They're also a bit cheaper now than they were in rando. Just 5 diamonds for 12 discs and 1 jukebox, and then I made sure that we have all the different I think 12 different music discs, you know, the basic ones, than that barrel. And I actually had even more discs, like, in total in storage than I thought I did. So these are all the ones that we had sitting in rando and at my base, and I just put them here in the basement so we can have easy access to those whenever we need them. And if we should run out, I will definitely build another music disc farm. But for now, that should last at least for a little bit, unless someone just immediately starts bulk buying records, which I'm not expecting, but you know, you never know. But yeah, that's our new music shop. I have a pretty big build planned next that I will definitely not finish in this episode, but I still want to get started on it. And that is up here in this section of the base that still doesn't really have a proper name, but where we have the villa and the horse arena. I used to spend a lot of time in there training horses, trying to get one that can jump 4 blocks high, and have yet to succeed, but I did also kind of give up after a while. But yeah, you know, we have this huge arena that feels like it could seat so many people, but there are not really any buildings that people would live in that might come to visit this arena for festivities. But we do have this fairly big plateau back here behind the buildings, a lot of space, and I want to start to finally fill that up with buildings so that it just feels more like a town, this area. Don't mind the Perry the platypus. that's a little test figure that I did for Ducky, because he's doing a whole Phineas and Ferb thing. If you want to check that out, his link is in the description. It's definitely worth a look, because it's pretty cool what he's already doing so early on the server. But yeah, this Perry is gonna one day, or Perry like him, will make its way over to his base one day. This was like the test version. But anyway, I haven't even like started coming up with any builds in creative yet for this town. But I do have a basic idea of what the layout will be, which is just a marketplace here in the middle. That's why we have a kind of a hole already. That's the start. And then just buildings surrounding that marketplace on all sides. And of course it's going to be in a very similar color palette to the rest of the buildings up here. I definitely know how to get started. I just have to get started, you know? But I'm excited for it. This'll really add to this area, I think, and make it just make a bit more sense. What we have is a pretty good start, I think. As I said, this is definitely not something we can finish this episode. Probably next one, but I'm not 100% on that. But probably. I'm confident. But yeah, we now have this fountain that you can see there behind me as a centerpiece to the marketplace. You know, it's just some space where people can have chit-chat, the townsfolk can gather or just hang out. I'll probably put in some benches here. But all that detailing will come at the end, you know, when we have most of the buildings in place. Yeah, speaking of buildings, here's the first one. As you can see, just really like Mediterranean style, but these slim city buildings. Well, this one's slim, some of the others might be wide or short. But yeah, Mediterranean style, and really like, I wanted to feel like a vacation town, so we'll have greenery in there. And then I've also used the mud bricks here, which I think will be a really good addition to this area and really work with the rest of the color palette. But that's gonna do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed and excited to see this project specifically evolve, but also just the whole base in general. You know, we're always working on it. There's still a lot more to do. But yeah, I've been Nellis, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!